Welcome in. I'm live a little bit early today, experimenting with, oh my goodness, some very frustrating things here on TikTok. I'll need a few minutes here just to experiment a bit with this situation. We'll be getting started in a few minutes while I troubleshoot this quite frustrating situation here this morning. Come on in, say hello in the chat while I try to sort through the issue here. Fingers crossed. Let's see. I hope you're having a good day so far. We'll be getting started in about, anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, depending on whether I can troubleshoot this quickly or not. Let's see. Unbelievable. Hello. Wow. I'm so frustrated right now. This is very frustrating. All right. I am on a little early today. I'm just trying to troubleshoot some problems that I'm having here. Give me just a few more minutes and we'll get started shortly. All right. I was having some troubles there with the gift thing. I'm not sure what's going on. This is so frustrating. Hold on. All right. Can you let me know if you see a row of 3 gifts at the top of your screen here? I can't see it on my end. And I can't input the 3 gifts any other way except as big blocks and chunks on the screen. There. Okay. All right. Well, it's a start. All right, come on in. We'll be getting started in about 5 more minutes. Taylor, thank you for the ice cream cones. Good morning, Kendall. Just experimenting with one of the new features here in TikTok. It's not working correctly for me, so good morning, Lexi. Hello, Grant. I am feeling pretty well. How about you? We'll be getting started in about 3 more minutes, my friends. Megan, thank you so much. Carol, yes, I do. I speak throughout the Reiki ASMR session. I'll be using a softer and slower voice and cadence once we begin. Good morning, Maddie. We'll be getting started in 2 more minutes, my friends. Monique, thank you for following. Welcome to the fan club as well. Dana, thank you for following. I like them both so much, Dee. Really for different reasons. Okay, I think we're about ready to begin. Welcome to the new followers. If you're just joining, come on in and relax. Just getting started with today's Reiki ASMR by request. I'm here in Massachusetts. Let me know in the chat if you'd like where you're from, where you're watching from today. I'd like to begin just by introducing myself and the live stream, and then we'll get started. For those who are new here, my name is Jen, and I am a certified Reiki master teacher. This live stream is Reiki ASMR by request. For the next 2 hours or so, we move into a relaxing, gentle space together, in which I use slow hand movements and the timbre of a soft spoken voice with guided meditation as we open to receive Reiki energy healing. Anytime during the live stream, hello Courtney, welcome. Viewers are invited to make requests. I can't see the gift panel up here. I'm having some troubles with TikTok today. I hope I'm pointing in the right spot. I have 3 different request tiers today. Every day is different. Today I'm offering a mini healing, a half healing and full for different gifts. I don't know if I'm pointing in the right place. I hope so. Just a reminder that there's no requirement to gift. Reiki always travels where it's needed and how it's needed for you in this moment for your highest good. Good morning, Kim. Liz, thank you for Starlight Compass. Let me write you down for a request. We'll do yours first. Let's see. I imagine that the mini sessions today will be about 1 minute to 2 minutes, maybe 3. The halves will be, I don't know, between 7 and 10. And the fulls will be between 10 and 15 minutes. I don't keep track, I just kind of feel it out. If you're just joining, welcome in. We're just getting started with Reiki by request. You got it, Liz. Let's begin with our first request for this session today from Liz. Looking for some attention for the root chakra. Perfect, Monique. Just relax. Give me just a moment to sit with Liz's request and we'll jump right in. Say hello in the chat if you're just joining. All right. I had a frog in my throat, but I also had a crystal energy come to mind. This is my specimen of garnet crystal. And you can see that it is a raw specimen. This is one of my favorites. It's so homely in the best way. Bringing that warmth and security, perfect busy, that we need as we foster the root chakra. This specimen of garnet is also very heavy. So as we work with this crystal today, imagine this deep purplish red root chakra energy embracing you like a weighted blanket. Imagining the weight, bringing a sense of ease and security. Ellipses, thank you for using the emotes in the chat. I love that. Do you know that sensation that you feel when you climb under the blankets of a freshly made bed? The cooling and crisp feeling of the sheets as you snuggle down into a feeling of safety. And then a warm, crisp, weighted blanket is placed over you. And you exhale, letting go of your worries, feeling protected, feeling safe. Good. That's the sensation that this garnet brings as it works into the root chakra energy center, allowing your worries to be. It's all right. Feeling worried is okay. Let it come and go. Nothing to change, nothing to fix. allowing whatever is there to be, and watching as it, like all energy, moves and changes. It's okay. Good. Thank you so much for starting us off with the first request today, Liz, for the root chakra. Letting that energy arrive and taking your time to receive. There's no rush. If you'd like to make a request of your own, anytime during today's live stream, you can gift for a mini session. Oh, thank you. Right on time. Amber, just as I was explaining the different tiers today, you can gift a mini session like the root chakra one we just did. Amber just gifted a half session with the crystal dreams. Thank you. And full session today is the Starlight Scepter. Every live stream is different. Different gifts, different tiers. Amber's looking for something for anxiety. You got it. D, sending the Starlight Compass. D, let me know in the chat if you would like to make a request today for energy healing. Just a reminder that no matter what the request is, and no matter what the focus is, Reiki always travels where it's needed and how it's needed for you and your highest good when you're open and willing to receive it. And only then. Alright, let's get started as I sit with Amber's request and we'll jump in. Dee, I just wrote down your request, so I just wanted to let you know that. We'll get to yours next. Amber. So Jake, no, Reiki is not dependent upon time or space or location because it's energy, and energy transcends time and space, place. Reiki can be received eons in the future or the past. It's just like energy when you think of energy always moving and changing. The energy within and around. Reiki energy healing can be received at a distance and through various modalities. The energy that came to mind for me is this clear quartz geode. I want you to take a close look here. at each crystal in this specimen, noticing how small and how sparkling each crystal of this geode is. I'd like you to focus just on how the light moves through the cavern of this geode. And as you focus on the moving, sparkling light, I'd like you to bring awareness to your breath. Taking a deep inhalation now through the mouth, opening the mouth wide and exhaling deeply through the mouth. Let's do a little mouth breathing. I know it sounds weird, but I want you to hear the movement of the breath loudly as you continue to focus on the small, sparkling crystals of this clear quartz geode. Good. That's it. Imagine now, as you change your breathing, breathing through the nose and out through the mouth. Imagine now that as you exhale through the mouth space, that you move any heavy or anxious energy out. The breath collecting in the caverns of this clear quartz geode, watching as the exhalation travels, traversing through a crystalline landscape. And as the breath moves through this geode, imagine the energy is cleansed, purified, and you can feel the lightening, the softening of that heavy energy as it glides, winding around each tiny crystal. Good. Let's try a breath like that together. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling to fill the geode. Good. Do that again. Yes. Good. letting go of any energy that's feeling heavy. Letting go of energy that feels unsafe. Breathing that energy out as it journeys through this sparkling, soft landscape of clear quartz crystal. Thank you, welcome from Japan. Good to see you. One thing that I tell myself when I'm experiencing anxiety or panic, I'll say this to myself: let the body breathe. It's okay for you to let the body breathe. Letting breath flow freely as it roams through each corridor of the whole body. Inviting the breath to touch each nook and cranny within. Breath like light, clear, sparkling light, soft and gentle and easy. Let the body breathe exactly as it needs to breathe. Good. Thank you so much for your request, Amber. Let me know in the chat if that clear quartz geode experience brought up any sensations or any thoughts or any movement for you. Perfect. Remembering that to receive Reiki, one must be open and willing to receive. Both of those situations can be challenging for us to achieve. Being open can feel scary, it can feel vulnerable, and it can take time. So we take our time together to relax, it's okay. And we take our time to be willing to receive. It's all right. Perfect. Coming up next, we have a request from Dee, looking for some support with wanting and being ready to accept success, especially in the financial realm. Thank you so much, Lexi, for gifting a half session request. Let me know in the chat, Lexi, if you have a request for today. And we'll get to that one after D. All right, D, let me sit with this request. I love this request, by the way. I have felt that myself, a fear of succeeding, a fear of changing and moving into something greater and higher. Let me sit with that for a moment and see what comes to mind. Hello, Green. Thank you for the pumpkin lattes. All right. The energy that came to mind for me was a little bit surprising. Depression, Lexi, yes. Got it. A crystal energy here. This is a green fluorite crystal. And fluorite is good for clarifying purpose. Wow, that was a big movement there, a little sneeze. Fluorite is good for clarifying purpose. And this green fluorite helps to clear and illuminate a path forward. When you're feeling any kind of disillusionment, where you're struggling to see your path clearly. Hold on, there's a trash truck going by. This green fluorite helps to not only clarify a way up and out of your blockages on the path, but also some relief up and out of the emotional blockages. This energy is one, hold on. This energy is one that feeds into a elevation of the energy of the mind, while helping you navigate through the emotions standing in your way. So for example, if in your mind you feel like you're grasping and reaching for great success and manifestation of a dream or a desire, but in the heart and in the emotional energy body, emotions are intertwining with those desires, creating blockages. Emotions like fear or shame like doubt or worry. This energy is one that clears the pathway, helping you navigate through emotional blockages with a clearer path forward. Hello, Kelly. It's all right for you to be successful, to feel the glow of success and happiness as you manifest what's best for you. It does look edible, doesn't it? This is not edible, it's green fluorite. Sometimes crystals look delicious, don't they? This is one of them for sure. It is like a crystal candy. Thank you so much, Dee, for your request today. If you'd like to make a request of your own, you can choose a mini one like Dee just had, a half or a full, but it's not necessary to gift in order to receive Reiki. Thank you. Perfect. We have a request next from Lexi with a half session looking for some exploration of depression. Hello. You're welcome, Dee. Thank you. All right. Give me a moment to, actually, I don't need a moment. I just had an energy come to mind. Give me just a moment to get that started. Hello, Julia. All right. I had two energies come to mind. The first one is selenite. I wanted to use this selenite wand that has a distinct point in order to clear and move any energy that feels dark and heavy with precision. And then I'd like to follow that experience with lepidolite. If you tend to struggle with depression, lepidolite is a balm and is a very helpful energy for those kind of feelings in the moment. Let's get started. Using selenite here. Selenite is a very simple energy. It resonates with the energy of the moonlight. Imagine that you're standing in a clearing, in a lush and safe forest. Up above, sitting right in the center of an opening of trees. A gentle, silvery moon shines. Imagine that moonlight as it pours into the body from the crown of the head, traveling down through the mind, down the spine, down the arms. Imagine moonlight pooling into the belly, into the hips, and coursing down each leg until it drips out through the toes. Moonlight pouring from crown to earth, filling the body with softness, filling the body with ease. I knew somebody was going to say something about my nails today. I just took off my nail polish. And I just finished washing dishes, so they're very clean. You always know. Imagine the selenite energy of the moon as it weaves and whirls from crown to toes, soothing the body, soothing the mind, soothing the heart. Allowing this energy to bring ease as you release any energy that no longer serves you. I always think about how nails look on camera, especially when they're close up. I actually scrub them with a brush, but I think I have natural coloring in the nails that is varied. Certainly not perfect. That's okay. Hello. Just removing those energetic pools of sediment as you're ready to release. They are what they are. Perfect. Letting that energy court you. And just observing how it feels to allow a cooling and comforting energy to journey down the body. Good. not trying to change the energy, just allowing new and fresh energy like moonlight to journey through. Good. I'd like to use some, some lepidolite next. Lepidolite is an amazing energy for anything to do with depression. Lepidolite brings the energy of twilight. You can see that it almost looks like a twilight night sky as the sun is setting and as the stars begin to arrive on the nighttime scene. Lepidolite reminds you that there is beauty and ease, there's safety and comfort to be found even in the night landscape. Farrell, don't worry. Just try to relax and allow. Staying curious and observing what's needed for you in this moment. Lepidolite is an energy that helps us to move through challenging times. Imagine standing beneath the twilight sky. At first, when you look up to the changing night sky as it rolls from daylight to dusk, the sky appears empty, just darkness as it moves in. But as you continue to open and settle, the energy changes. Your eyes begin to adjust to the newly darkened sky. All around you is starlight. Millions of tiny silvery stars. Allowing the landscape of starlight to surround you like a blanket, a cloak of stars and twilight. Imagine twirling beneath the night sky, in that cloak of great protection and ease. Letting that cloak of twilight night remind you that there's nothing to change here. There's peace, even in the night, even in the darkness, under the stars, in this moment, and all energy changes with time. And that's all right. Perfect. Lexi, thank you so much for your request. Let me know in the chat how that selenite and lepidolite crystal journey arrived for you. If it brought any thoughts or sensations, if it brought any questions. Perfect, thank you. If you would like to make your own request during the live stream today, you can always gift one of the pinned gifts today. Perfect, Esme. Sensation is all right. I love that you see colors, Raven. That's amazing. Yes, Carnelian, Killian. Carnelian is wonderful for the sacral chakra. It really taps into all of the elements involved in the sacral chakra. All right. Let me see. We don't have another request yet. So let me take an opportunity to, Esme. In comes another request. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Esme, for a mini. Esme, let me know in the chat if you have a request for today. Lucienne, thank you so much. Also with a mini request, let me know if you have a particular focus that you'd like. Perfect. Let me take a minute here. I want to put up a little reminder that superfans are treated to a monthly Reiki healing circle on the 1st of every month here on TikTok. Superfans can join on November 1st next at noon Eastern Time for a community only for superfans of this channel. All superfans receive free requests for healing, and we join together to heal each other. Lucienne looking for throat. You got it. And let me see if Esme sent a request. I just missed some text here. Let's see. Esme Moonstone. Oh, yes, absolutely. All right. Let's get started with our next request from Esme, looking to explore Moonstone. Absolutely. Let me grab my Moonstone specimen and we'll get started. Sorry, this is taking a little longer. I just used it the other day. I'm still trying to find it. Just hang on. Hello. It's curious. I'm going to have to get deep into this. I don't know where my moonstone is. It's the curious case of the disappearing moonstone, but I know it is here. So give me just another couple minutes and I'm going to go deep into my crystal stash. I'll be right back. My friends, you'll never believe this, or maybe you will. Literally, in the very first handful of crystals that I grabbed, the moonstone was there in my hand the whole time while I was clutching a handful of about 5 crystals. It was right there the whole time. I'm going to use that detail as we explore moonstone because that is so like moonstone, isn't it? Let me explain. All right, this is my specimen of moonstone here. And let me see if I can get the light to hit it right so that you can see the moonstone in this specimen. Oh, there it is. At the top here. There it is. Do you see it right there? There it is. And you can see some of the iridescence coming in at other places on the specimen. Yeah. There's more in here too. Let me see if I can get the light to hit it. Alright. Usually comes out as I use it more. Moonstone is an energy like selenite that captures the energy of the moon. Moonstone's particular energy is one of transformation. There it is. Do you see it? Yes, right there. Moonstone is all about the esoteric and hidden things, kind of like when it was hiding in my hand just a little while ago. It is kind of an energy of hide and seek. It illuminates things hidden, but also does its fair share of hiding. Moonstone is an energy of hormonal balance. It nurtures, nourishes, and calls into balance our hormonal landscape, the chemicals in the body, and also the metaphysical energies of divine feminine and masculine, energies that transcend sex and gender. When you deal with moonstone, you deal with the pull and push of the tides, led by a moon. Moonstone is perfect if you feel like you are at sea in an ocean of unpredictability. Moonstone can be your guiding light. But moonstone doesn't seek to bring you into stability. Oh no, that's not what moonstone does. Moonstone rejoices in that chaotic ebb and flow, and it invites you to find peace in not changing the chaos, but in riding it. Can you imagine yourself riding a frothy wave of the sea as it's pulled and pushed by the moon? That's moonstone. Yeah. Finding that peace and tranquility as you move into what can feel sometimes chaotic or unpredictable. Not changing it, not fighting against it, or as many of us do, myself included. When there's chaos, we try to control it, enforce our will, direct the wave. Moonstone invites you to do the opposite of that. Surrendering, letting go, and just enjoying the ride. Even if you don't understand it, even if you don't see the destination on the map, good. Guided by the safety, the silvery nourishment of the moon. Perfect, absolutely. Whew. Loved that one. Thank you so much for your request, Esme. Exploring some of the qualities of moonstone. Moonstone has additional qualities to the ones that we explored, just like every crystal. But those were the ones that came to mind for me, for you in this moment. Hello, Annabelle. Yes, we are 1 hour into our session today. We have 1 hour left. If you're just joining, welcome in. This is Reiki by request. Coming up next, we have a request from Lucianne. Lucianne is looking to work on that throat chakra. Give me just a minute. I already know I want to work with one energy, but I think a second one is poking its head in. think so. I think it's just going to be one energy for this one. And it's coming in pretty strong. Let me go ahead. I'm going to grab my tuning fork for the throat chakra. And we'll do a little bit of tuning fork and sound healing energy. Farrell, there's nothing to do. Try to relax. I know it's not the best advice. I was a very, let me go on a tangent for a minute if that's okay. I was a very uptight and nervous child growing up, and I still can be that way as a woman. And one thing that my father always told me, pretty much the only help that he was able to offer in my childhood, was just relax. And even to that day, when someone says this to me, it infuriates me. Just relax, right? That's your advice. Just relax. And that's the advice that I literally just gave you. Just relax. It's so funny because sometimes the advice that makes us have a deep reaction like that is usually the advice that is so simple enough to be right. And sometimes those simple things seem the most challenging, and I think they can be. Anyway, that was my rant. Just relax. I still haven't figured out quite how to do that. Just relax, but I am working on it. That's okay, Farrell. Let yourself feel sensation. All right, our next request is for you, Lucianne. This is my throat chakra tuning fork. And I'm going to strike the tuning fork several times. And as I strike it, I'm going to move it, going up and down here, with focus on the throat chakra. The intention here is for the vibration, even if you don't hear it, the energetic vibration moving and nestling deeply into that energy center. The throat chakra is home of our communication, not only with ourselves, but also with others. And it's also the source of how we are presenting our ideas and our thoughts. The throat chakra can become blocked. So we'll begin with this tuning fork, and then I want to guide you through a little bit of a breathing exercise to help to move some of that throat energy through any blockages. Let's get started. There it is. Good. Whew. I don't know if you can feel that in your throat. Feeling it. Letting that vibration circulate. And allowing sensation as it comes and goes. Just observing. It's all right. I'd like to move us into a bit of a breathing activity to finish out that vibrational healing. If you had the space to do so right now, I'd like you to hover one hand over the throat chakra center. You don't need to touch the throat, but you could if you'd like. I like to hover it right here, right over the throat. Good. With the breath now, I'd like you to begin to circle that hand slowly right around the throat chakra. Did you know that our energy centers spin? When they become blocked, they can slow down, sometimes stop. As we move our hand gently and slowly, I'd like you to pair this movement with breath. I'd like you to open your mouth wide. It looks scary, I know. It looks like Halloween. It is almost Halloween, so, it goes along with it. It's a little weird. Breathing in and out through the mouth. Now, as you continue to breathe out with a wide open mouth, I'd like you to think about any sounds that might want to emerge. Of course, if you're somewhere right now where you can't make sound, that's okay. But just stay curious and see if any sound or any song might want to emerge. And if not, that's okay. Just breathing. Just like that. Exactly. Perfect. Good. And you can always do that exercise when you're alone, maybe in your shower. Just staying aware of if any sound or any song or any words want to come out as you give that energetic massage to the throat energy center. I actually feel something rising in there myself right now. Good. Thank you so much for your request, Lucienne. And as we did that tuning fork and scary looking breathing exercise, let me know in the chat if anything came up for you, any sensations, any thoughts. I'd love to know. Perfect. Wonderful. If you'd like to make a request of your own, today I'm offering mini, half, and full sessions. We do not have another request yet for today. So I think what I'll do is put up a poll and we can vote collectively on the next Reiki experience. How does that sound? Let me go ahead and choose a poll to put up and we'll get started. right? It looks like poles are not supported when I'm using this gift strategy. Let me tell you, my friends, today on TikTok has been a day of roadblocks. So I guess we cannot put up a poll for today, which is too bad. Let's see, maybe what I can do instead is, let's see, choose one here. Today is an unpredictable day, just like that moonstone. Let's see. Well, for the next experience, I wanted to put up a poll for more chakra work. And I was going to put up a poll having you vote on a chakra of choice. However, if you all put your chakra choices in the chat, it's going to be very difficult for me to keep track of which one it will be. So what I'm going to do is I will go with the very first person who puts the chakra in the chat. Now don't put it in yet. Let me explain the chakras on the table first. So the first chakra is the soul star chakra. And that's the chakra that rests up above the crown, really helping to connect us to our inner guides, spiritual guidance, the angelic realm, the cosmic realm, our soul's journey, and if you believe in such things, other lives, other energies from the past, ancestral energies, and also energies to come. So the first chakra on the table is the soul star chakra. The second energy on the table is the third eye chakra. And that's going to tap into our intuition. Oh, thank you, Bella, for Crystal Dream. Let me know in the chat if you have a request today, Bella. Meanwhile, let me continue with our chakra offerings. The next one is the third eye chakra, tapping into the intuition and really moving into the mind space. So if you feel as if thoughts are hectic and chaotic and you're desiring to sort of clear the mind space, making room in the mind, that's the chakra that you want to deal with. And the third chakra option for today is the heart chakra, going on a heart journey of opening the heart space, allowing more love and compassion, giving more love and compassion, and moving deeply into the heart for heart opening and heart healing. All right. I know I said I was just going to do the first one, but let's see what the first 5 responses are in the chat. So option 1 is soul star, option 2 is third eye, and option 3 is heart. Let's take the first 5 votes. Root chakra is not one of the options today, although we could do it if enough of you want it. Okay, looks like third eye. Okay. We're going to do third eye. Thank you for voting. Not really a vote, but third eye is the winner. Thank you all. Bella, let me know in the chat if you have a request for today. We'll do the third eye chakra healing next, and then Bella's request, whatever it may be. Thank you. All right. as we move into some third eye attention, I'd like to use my specimen of labradorite. And you can see the pieces of labradorite in this specimen. Labradorite brings that azure and golden iridescence to this specimen. Can you see it? The way that it hits the light there. Perfect. And every time that I use labradorite, I always think of the same image in my mind. I'll tell you about that image as we work this labradorite into that third eye energy center. That place that rests right in the nook of the brow. Labradorite is an energy of creative force, bringing back into focus the creative drive that fosters imagination. The image that comes to mind whenever I handle labradorite is the imagery of an old mage, you know, like in a fantasy novel. I imagine an elder mage with long white beard, standing in a dark cavern, and in his hand he holds a lantern. The lantern blazes with an azure and golden flame, just like this labradorite. Do you see it there? I imagine that the flame of the mage's lantern signifies imagination and inspiration. And as I move to open more deeply through the mind, I watch as that small iridescent flame expands as its light illuminates the whole cavern. And as it illuminates the cavern of the mind, I imagine wonders filling the space to tickle the imagination and bring delight and peace. As we use this labradorite now, it reminds you of the power of the imagination, of dreaming and hoping, of allowing imagery to bolster and support you. And as you do so, as you allow, Courtney, thank you for the Starlight Compass. Let me write you down here. Let me know, Courtney, if you have a request in the chat. As you allow that iridescent flame to burn through the mind, illuminating the cavern space opens. It's almost like a deep, relieving breath that rolls through the mind as you allow space to open. Not trying to change anything in the mind, just allowing. Courtney, we can do an intuitive healing, absolutely. Let me write you down. And Bella, I might have missed yours. Let me know if you have a request, no pressure. Labrador, it reminds you there's nothing to fear in the mind. The mind can transform and transmute even the darkest and heaviest thought, adding a little imagination. Good. Thank you for those who voted in our not vote, since we couldn't have a formal vote for the third eye. Coming up next, we have a request from Courtney. Unless, Bella, I missed your request, let me just scroll back and see if I can find if you typed anything in. And of course, you don't need to make a request either. That's okay. You can just gift for the sake of gifting. I'm okay with that. All right. Well, Bella, thank you so much for your gift. I appreciate you. Coming up next is a request from Courtney. Courtney is looking for something intuitive. So let me sit with that. Actually, something just came to mind. Let me grab my yellow turquoise crystal and we'll get started. Lexi, thank you for the beautiful night star. Gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. I'd like to use this specimen of yellow turquoise for Courtney and for anyone in need today. This is a raw specimen of yellow turquoise. It's a bit of a rare crystal. Yellow turquoise is one of the hallmark energies for immune system support. It's one of the crystals that is it goes very deep into the organs. So we're talking like liver, gallbladder, kidneys, the stomach, right? Really, the spleen. Really going deep into those organs. Of course, yellow turquoise is good for all things related to the physical organs themselves. So improving the detox pathways, improving any ailments found in the organs, and also opening, healing through the immune system. But yellow turquoise also relates to the metaphysical aspects of those organs. So you know how the liver might also represent the home of, hanging on to unwanted or heavy, or what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word that means when you are holding on to something that isn't good for you, but you can't let it go. There's a word for that, but I can't think of what it is. Anyway, the liver is the embodiment of that kind of energy, right? The stomach is the embodiment of digesting, both physically and metaphorically. So yellow turquoise helps us with those energy centers. Attachment and dependency, both good. Yeah, toxicity for sure. So as we move this yellow turquoise through, taking a deep breath into the lower torso, watching the belly growing big with breath, breathing several times deeply into the belly, and imagining a soft, marshmallowy, pastel yellow light weaving its way through the organs, clearing away the energy that's ready to move and change, letting it go. Letting it go. Thanks for tapping the screen. Appreciate it. Good. This energy is also one that boosts the immune function. So if you find yourself hyper vigilant, trying to protect yourself from real or imagined danger, if you have found yourself afraid of inner processes that you feel you can't control consciously, this yellow turquoise brings some relief, inviting you to nurture and comfort yourself rather than attacking what you don't understand. Allowing yourself space to sit in the unknown and receive nourishment and nurturing. Easing the immune system, strengthening its connection to the nervous system. As you breathe in ease into the belly, taking a moment just to feel safe, allowing the body to work all on its own. It wants to support you and nourish you and protect you. Giving it some space to do its work of love. Perfect. Letting that energy settle. Letting it arrive. And just watching as it moves through. Just observing. Good. Thank you so much for your request, Courtney, for an intuitive healing. I hope that served you. Let me know in the chat if anything arose for you. Maybe a thought or a sensation, a question, a word, awareness, anything at all that came through. All right. If you'd like to make a request anytime during our live stream, we have about 30 minutes left. So that will give time for maybe a couple mini healings, maybe a couple half ones, or one full one before we conclude today. You can gift one of the pinned gifts for today's session, and it's always different every live stream. All right. It doesn't look like we have any other requests yet for this session. So what I'd like to do instead is just do a little bit of an intuitive healing. Give me just a moment and we'll see what comes to mind. Yay, Lauren. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Yay. Thank you for gifting the Starlight Scepter. Perfect. Lauren, let me know in the chat if you have a request for this full healing session. And I'll wait just a few minutes and see if you'd like to respond intuitive, anger and guilt. Okay. Give me just a moment to sit with that and we'll get started. All right. Perfect. Shield, thank you for gifting Crystal Dreams. Let me know in the chat if you have a request. All right, coming up next is a request from Lauren. I had to do a little bit of research in my notes, but something came to mind, so give me just a moment to get that started, and we'll jump in. I am looking for my jungle jade, and I'm having a hard time finding it. It's just one of those days. Thank you so much for the crystal dreams. I'm going to go ahead and put you down. Let me know in the chat if anything comes to mind. I'm going to step away for a moment. I'm going to have to find my jungle jade. Give me just a few minutes. I'll be right back. This jungle jade may not be meant to be. Give me just another minute here to keep looking. Andrea, thank you so much for the galaxy. I'm so sorry that I missed it. Oh my goodness. Also, a crystal dreams. I'll put you down if you'd like to make a request. Let me just go ahead and scroll up and see if anybody made a request. Don't think so. Okay. Well, I found it. I found the jungle jade. So let's get started with that. Coming up next, good morning. Coming up next is a request from Lauren. Oh, Andrea. Wow. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. Coming up next is our request from Lauren. Lauren requested a full session, so it'll take a little bit. And after that, we have a request from Dot or Period, and then Andrea. So let me know in the chat if you have a request. Lauren, I wanted to begin. Lauren requested some healing for anger and guilt. Oh, so the request can be anything at all. So Andrea, pregnancy, perfect. All right, let's get started with Lauren. I wanted to begin with a little selenite cleanse. I have 2 specimens here of selenite. Selenite is an energy of the moon, and I wanted to use this specimen just to clear through the energy bodies. Inviting this cooling and clarifying energy to move deeper now, down past the auric landscape and down into the deeper energy bodies, the physical energy body, the emotional energy body, the intellectual energy body, and the spiritual energy body. Moving this selenite through. Shielded, I do not have moldavite. Let me know if you have a different request. Too much love, yeah. We'll get to that next. Emerald, yes. We can do that. Just tapping this selenite. As it moves through the energy bodies. This energy just clarifies, clears and cleanses. Watching as it moves through. Allowing energy to move and change. Good. I am going to close down the requests for today because we are at our limit. Let me see if I can do that. There we go. Perfect. Next, I'd like to use some jungle jade. And just moving this energy through and observing how it feels. Jungle jade is an energy of the heart, and so is the next crystal that I want to work with, both of them. This is Criscola. Both of them are energies of the heart space. Jungle jade is a very good energy for anger, especially anger that's been motivated by triggers of past traumatic experience. So the kind of anger that comes when something has happened or a feeling has emerged that parallels a memory in the heart of past hurt. And the reaction that comes through is one of intensity. It's a kind of fighting energy. The reaction is to resist at all cost. The reaction is to fight against the sensation attached to the memory in the heart. Jungle jade journeys now with compassion. As it moves toward the heart. Not seeking to change the anger or the heat of the heart, but rather to stand beside you in the heart as you move through the sensations of anger, as you move through the desire to fight and resist. This energy takes its place by your side as a friend at exactly the time that you require a friend. An energy that can stand by your side while you rage and cry, while you fight and resist. Making space for the sensations that come when you're feeling hurt. And when you're done, Jungle Jade is an energy that allows you to be held. Held in the heart. Jungle Jade invites you to notice how your present reactions connect to the memories of pain in the heart. That's it. just noticing. Nothing to do, nothing to fix. Jungle jade is an energy that holds your hand, encouraging you to allow your reactions and your sensations, but also to look and see the true nature of those sensations. Just noticing. And as clarity comes to the heart, greeting those insights with compassion. It's all right. Watching as the heart fills with compassion, even in the midst of anger. Good. I'd like to follow that jungle jade heart clearing with a second energy also for the heart. As we move deeper into the heart space, this crystal is called Chrysocolla. And this is an amazing energy if you're feeling guilt or shame in the heart, especially for allowing the heart space to feel its feelings. A lot of times when we allow the expression of a difficult emotion, we follow that expression with guilt or shame. Chrysocolla is an energy that encourages tolerance in the heart, understanding, allowing space to open, where all feeling occurs on a spectrum, and all spectrums of emotion are all right. This energy brings tolerance for what you're feeling, acceptance and understanding as you allow emotions to rise and fall. Let them come and go. Let them move and change. Emotions naturally are unpredictable. That can bring a lot of fear, and that's all right. We sometimes seek to control the uncontrollable in an effort to be liked, accepted, understood, loved, to be good. This energy invites you into a space of tolerance and acceptance, where the heart is allowed to express itself without wondering if it was good enough, if it was bad, if it will be accepted or understood. Chris Cola gifts you that awareness that you are already understood, and that your expression is just the movement of energy through the heart. It's all right. As emotion moves through, you're willing to let go of what's ready to change and move. And you're willing to welcome in what's ready to come. Allowing the heart to be exactly what it is. Vulnerable. It's not easy. Sometimes it's hard to allow the heart to be what it is, isn't it? It's okay. Take your time. Julia, you're welcome. Michelle, yes I do. You can click on my profile picture and all my links are there. Letting that word, vulnerable, sit upon the heart like a song. Hello. And allowing that song to reverberate through the cathedral of the heart. It's the heart's name. Vulnerable. Perfect. Letting that energy of the heart settle. Letting it fall to the heart. And just observing, staying curious. Good. Thank you so much for your request, Lauren. I hope that was useful for you. We have a few more requests left. Rolex, thank you for the gift. Coming up next, we have a request from your username is just Dot, so I'm just going to call you Dot. We have a request from Dot looking to heal this practice of overgiving and especially giving too much love. That'll be next, followed by Andrea, who's looking for some energy to support her in pregnancy. And then finally Shield with a request for exploring emerald crystal. Taylor, okay. All right, and that will be all for requests today. I wanted to thank everyone who made requests. It was a very fruitful session, so thank you so much. Coming up next is Taylor. Give me just a moment to sit with that. I actually already know what it is. Let me grab it. All right, I had an energy come to mind right away. You guys are getting a lot of compliments in the chat today. Thank you. All right. So sorry to hear, Lacey. Oh. Well, this next healing, I'm going to be using rose quartz. And rose quartz is a wonderful energy for all things related to the heart space. Rose quartz is a quintessential heart healer. It is, it's so hard. Loss can be so hard. This next energy is rose quartz. And for this healing, I wanted to engage this heavy hitter. This is my largest specimen of rose quartz too. I wanted to engage this specimen because sometimes when we feel like we're giving too much from the heart, and I don't know about you, but I have definitely felt this way too. One thing that always assists me is to come back to the nature of the heart. And rose quartz does that for us, supporting us and remembering the true nature of the heart. Here it is. The heart wants you to remember that its nature is a wellspring. Deep within the heart is a wellspring that never runs dry. Certainly, sometimes the heart feels like it's running dry. And when that happens, we listen and we respect and care for the heart. The heart has its own intuition, different from the third eye intuition, but just as powerful. And we listen to the intuition of the heart, that when we feel depleted or empty, we listen and respect and care for our hearts always. But we also know that there's no end to the abundant love that we can give and receive. That wellspring never dries. It flourishes. Its soft pink waters supplying the life force energy to the heart. And we can tap into it whenever we need to. Allowing that wellspring to bathe the heart. Love like water, endlessly moving through the heart, inviting you to nourish and care for yourself. Bolstering your heart with love and care. Rose quartz is a notorious healer of all things related to self-compassion, self-love. When we feel depleted, that we're giving more than we're receiving, this energy invites you to give the gift to your heart. From that wellspring that never runs dry. Refreshing the heart, filling the heart to the brim. What does that feel like? Just ask the heart that question. What does that feel like? And answer it by allowing yourself to feel it. It's all right. Good. Thank you so much for your request, Taylor. Perfect. I'm glad you liked it. Coming up next, we have 2 requests before the end of this session. Next is Andrea, and she's looking for some support, energetic support in her pregnancy. Give me just a moment to get that ready. All right. The energy that came to mind for me, I was actually torn between 2 energies, amethyst, and then also unakite. I keep getting pulled. I want to do amethyst, but I keep getting pulled toward unakite, and I just got like a frog in my throat when I went to say unakite, so I'm going to keep it here just in case. Let's begin with some amethyst as we allow this energetic resonance to flow from crown to toes. Amethyst is an energy of the physical body, one of the best for the whole body. Amethyst brings harmony to the physical energy body. During this time, supporting you in the physical manifestation of sensation all through the body as it brings awareness, paying attention to where the amethyst journeys in the body. Amethyst, while it is very physical, is also incredibly spiritual. That is the unique beauty of amethyst. And if you get one crystal in your life, let it be amethyst. Because amethyst marries the physical energy body and everything contained within it with the crown chakra realm. That realm of higher knowing, guidance, and spirituality. Amethyst brings into focus the relationship between the physical body and the spiritual body. When you use amethyst, that connection is crystal clear. What does that mean in this moment? It means that as we use amethyst, any sufferings or ailments, any worries or experiences of the physical body begin to move upward toward the crown chakra, a point of transmutation. As that energy rises, merging with the energy of the higher selves. However you want to think of that, right? There are many ways to think of the spiritual energy body. You may think of it as the higher selves, the guardians, the protectors, the angelic realm, the cosmic realm, a higher vibration, a higher knowing. The list goes on and on and on, right? However you envision that realm, that experience, imagine the physical body merging with it. That's what amethyst does. First, by locating us deep into the physical energy body, guiding us to exactly what needs care and attention, and then elevating that awareness, allowing it to be held by that spiritual landscape. Good. Amethyst brings relief in that relationship between physical and spiritual, a kind of surrender. Surrendering in a landscape of peace. Surrendering in a landscape of protection and guidance. Amethyst brings a lightening, an elevation, a beautiful journey. Good. Allowing that energy to rise and be held. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I think I missed the comment. Yes, I post my live stream times in my bio. You can click on my profile picture there. And I have all of my links there and the times that I live stream currently. Thank you so much for your request, Andrea. I hope that was useful for you. Thank you so much. Also for your galaxy gifts. That was so generous. Thank you very much. We have one request left for the session today, and it's from Shield, and it is for exploring emerald crystal. Now I must say I do have a specimen of emerald. It is my smallest crystal, and I haven't used it maybe ever in a live stream. So I'm going to need just a minute to find it because it's so little, and then we'll get started. All right, so let's get started. I know, Shields, your original request was for moldavite, but I don't work with moldavite. Do you work with moldavite? I'm interested to know. If you, Shield, or anyone in the chat today, if you work with moldavite, let me know. You do. Oh, good. That's awesome. I have not ever worked with it, and I'm a little apprehensive about working with moldavite myself. You do have moldavite, Amiran? I'm curious to know, those of you who work with moldavite, what has that experience been like for you? Yeah. Yep. It's very powerful. Yeah. Yeah. If you have, let me know. I am curious. Okay. This is my specimen of emerald. I have pen all over my hands. This is my specimen of emerald crystal. It's a raw specimen, and you can see the deeply colored green there. It's the emerald in this specimen. It's mostly on one side. There's a little there. Most of it is on this side of the specimen. Emerald is an energy of the heart space. It's an energy that conjures the wisdom of the heart. What the heart knows through what the heart has learned. so glad you're here. Yay. Welcome. Emerald is about the heart's inner knowing. And it's strange to think of it that way because often when we think about wisdom, we think about the third eye chakra, right? We think about the intuition and that deep knowledge and wisdom that's connected to the mind. So when we think about inner knowing and wisdom of the heart, that might feel a little bit counterintuitive, and in some ways it is, because when it comes to knowing something, we connect that rightfully to the mind process, the mind space. But I'm not sure about another word to use when it comes to the wisdom of the heart. It's a different kind of knowledge that it isn't knowledge, right? It's not really knowledge. It's more like a trust in the feeling that brings the sensation of wisdom, if that makes sense. So instead of being driven by knowledge and thoughts, this is similar. It's wisdom of emotion, if that makes sense. I'm not quite sure that we have a word for that. Emerald is that energy of the heart's wisdom, the heart's knowing, the heart's inner guidance. Emerald is also one of the best crystals for the physical chest space. So not only the metaphysical heart and the emotions and the emotional energy body, it's also, I think, it's the best crystal for the actual physical heart chest space. So things like everything contained physically within this barrel of the ribs, right? So we have the organ of the heart, but we also have the lungs, and we have the intercostal muscles. We have everything held within the chest space physically is also what emerald works with on a physical plane. Emerald is an energy of harmony, the kind of emotional harmony that is achieved when we trust in the heart's wisdom, the kind of harmony that rings through the heart like a bell, everything synchronizing, everything harmonizing. Beth, true story. I have a very nasally voice, even when I was a child. Emerald invites that deep, harmonic relationship between you and your emotions, guided by the heart's inner knowing. No worries, Beth. Perfect. I would think of this particular specimen as small but mighty for the heart. Let's keep the chat clean, and loving. Why not? Allowing the sensation of harmony to court the heart with this emerald crystal. Yeah, I'm one of those people, Lexi. I could really use a hug. We can send out hugs, energetic hugs to anyone in need right now. And who isn't in need? A good, loving, sincere hug that just brings warmth and safety. So let's send that out. Sending an energetic hug to anyone who needs one. Just embracing you in loving, warm arms. Holding you and swaying slightly right and left. Maybe we hum a soft song. Good. It's perfect for emerald. Oh, thank you guys. Those green hearts and the intention go a long way. Hugs for everyone in need. I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much for your request, Shield, and thank you for the opportunity to use emerald for the first time. I don't recall ever using it in a live stream. I could be wrong. If I have used it, it's been a long time. I wanted to thank you all for sticking with me for today's live stream. Thank you so much for sharing your love and support in the chat. And thank you for all of your generous gifts today. We had a lot of requests of all different kinds, and I really appreciated you sharing and being vulnerable. And I hope that the Reiki served you today. If you'd like to learn about my live stream times or about my one-on-one Reiki offerings, you can click on my profile picture and I have all of my links there. Also, if you'd like to become a super fan, let's see, super fans can join my monthly Reiki healing circle. On the first of every month, I hold an energy healing circle for subscribers and super fans. Let me know if you have any questions about that in the chat. I'm happy to speak more about that. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again on Monday from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. All right. Amir, do you mean you want to finish by talking about some of the Reiki principles? We can definitely do that. Tilliver, not streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow, oh yes, ASMR tomorrow, yes. So ASMR tomorrow on my ASMR account. If you'd like to check it out, it's Evening Springtime ASMR here on TikTok. I am warning, I am a very noob. Very noob. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if we have time to do all of the Reiki ones, but if there's a particular Reiki principle that you'd like to explore, go ahead and put it in the chat. We can do that for sure. Yes, Jess, I just started that account, the ASMR account, and I'm very new. So I do enjoy it quite a bit. It's really fun. And I love ASMR. So yeah, my ASMR tends to be super slow. Thank you so much, Goddess. Appreciate it. I see a question in the chat here. What is Reiki? Reiki is energy healing. So what that means is that Reiki taps into what's called life force energy. It's an energy that we believe runs through all living beings, all living things. And it's the energy or the life force that makes things alive. Reiki energy healing taps into that flow of life force energy as a way of dissolving any energetic blockages or helping any stuck or heavy energy move through to bring balance back to the energy bodies, the layers of energy that make up a being. In order to receive Reiki, one needs to open to receive it and accept the healing that Reiki brings. And Reiki is always different for everyone. It flows where it's needed, how it's needed, when it's invited, for the person's highest good. So it's never anything other than that. I hope that answers your question. Let me see. Yeah, that would be awesome, Amiran. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's do that. So Amiran's going to put in the chat some of the principles that guide Reiki. I actually have a lot to say about these Reiki principles, which is kind of why I avoid using them in the live stream. But I do include them in my upcoming Reiki certification training course, where I have the chance to explore each of the principles. But Amiran, if you want to put the principles in the chat, go right ahead. As she gets them ready, I will say, the Reiki principles are all about using the words just for today. And the words just for today begin each of the principles, and I feel that they are the most important part of the principles for Reiki, because Reiki assumes that the best and deepest healing is going to happen directly in the moment, right? And I think that presence is very healing. It's very hard, right, for most of us in today's world with busy thoughts and busy schedules and busy hearts. But Reiki really emphasizes the importance of right now, being present, and also setting intentions for your healing journey that just look at the immediate future, not even future, looking at the immediate moment, right, rather than looking far ahead. So that's one of the hallmarks of the Reiki principles, is really staying grounded in this moment, in the present time. And when we do that, we're able to be in our bodies, like embodied, which is very important for Reiki. And it's not easy, right, to be embodied. Here in this body, a lot of stuff is going on. A lot of sensations are moving through, right? The body doesn't always feel like a safe place to be. That's why we're moving into other experiences. using our minds, right? Using external things to distract us and to bring us out of that experience. You guys, I am babbling. All right. Well, thank you so much, Amirin, for putting those principles into the chat, having a look at some of those. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And next time, if anybody wants to explore any of the Reiki principles, let me know in the chat during the next live stream. And I'm happy to explore. We can probably only explore like one per session because, as you can imagine, I have a lot to say. Take good care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.